What's up,
What?
guys? You know, it's dual threat back at it again, with the best videos of the week, with yours truly wearing his 49ers jersey because,
I was 1 point short.
I told him 49ers were gonna clap that
Missed it
ass.
by a point, damn it.
I told him 49ers were gonna clap that ass and he didn't believe me.
And now I have to wear his Notre Dame quarterback on my back now.
What I tell you, man, Mac Daddy Jones, baby, Mac Daddy Jones. Cooking.
It's okay though. I got Detroit, so
Yeah,
that's
we
all that
both did.
matters.
I knew Detroit was gonna go in there and
Five
whoop.
and a half underdog. We both picked him like it was nothing.
Easy, easy.
That was funny. But
So now,
anyways,
breaking just happened now. The Mets, we were going to get on here and talk about the Mets collapse, but the Mets just had a huge come from behind victory to take back the wild card spot. And they're back in the playoffs. And I just wanted to say that that is what this team needed. We needed that fire, that spark. We went down 6-1 and I started saying the season's over. I was like, there's no way the season's over. We have no heart, no pitching. And then, the key players contributed. Lindor contributed. Alonso contributed. Nimmo contributed. Soto didn't do that great, but then Alvarez came up big. It was a little bit of heart and life, and that's what this team needed. We have the talent. It's about the heart. However, the only thing I have to say is this team is going nowhere without the pitching. The pitching's got to wake up and step it up. The starters' ERAs have been horrible the second half of the year besides the rookies. And rookies in the postseason may crack under pressure. So we need those veterans to step up, grab their kahunas, and let's fucking lock in and let's make a postseason run like we pay this team to do.
I was gonna say it's okay to breeze and use the F bomb. I could care less, but nah, we needed that win in Chicago. I mean, the Cubs are one of those teams I get nervous with watching, but then again, the Reds lost tonight, which helps. The
Huge.
Reds lost tonight, that
And
helps. Even when the Pirates
unexpected.
suck, they still help us out.
Unexpected loss for the Reds.
Yeah, really. But like I said, this is just the first. We still have, I think, two or three matchups remaining, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and then we got the
Just
Marlins, where
uh,
the Marlins
deja
actually,
vu.
the Marlins pushed Sandy Alcantara's star back just to face us to try and knock us out of the postseason. So they're taking it personal.
It's like 2008 all over again when we had to play Miami just to get into the postseason, and it was Shea Stadium's final year. It's like now it's deja vu all over again. But then again, though, the Mets, well, let's hope to God they win. This is the last week of the season. Postseason is right around the corner.
Yeah, I can't believe how fast it flew.
Holy shit, man. But speaking of how fast things have gone, we're going to break into something that just happened yesterday. So, Babe Breezy, your coach, Bruce Pearl, out of the blue, out of nowhere, announcing his retirement after 11 seasons in college basketball. I have to say, though, Bruce Pearl, his son Steven, is signing a 5-year deal to become the next coach of the program. Breezy, your reactions to your guy stepping away from your favorite program in college basketball?
Yeah, so I always tell everyone I wasn't a big college basketball guy, and then I saw Bruce Pearl in the stands with his shirt off, like cheering with the crowd when Auburn was on the top of the world, and that intrigued me. I was like, yo, this guy's just shit. Like I want to be a fan of this team. So then I started getting into Auburn basketball, all because of him. And he did hint it at the beginning of the offseason. He was like, oh, I don't have that much time left. Like I want to give the kids all I have, and when that runs out, I'm going to retire. But so unexpected for it to be this year. Heartbreaking news, like that's what got me into college basketball, and now he's gone. However, his son is a defensive minded coach. He has a great defensive mind. It's in good hands. It's still in the family, and he's running for politics in Alabama. So
U.S. Senator.
yeah, so
Senator Pearl, possibly 2026,
yeah, so
25.
he's on the big things. He's led Auburn to the most success that it's ever seen,
Mm-hmm.
and they're in the best shape possible as a program. So, thank you to Bruce Pearl. Like I'm gonna miss him. It really hurt me. We've seen the news, but hopefully his son can come in and keep the same success that he had.
Yep. And, for me, as a Kentucky Wildcat fan in college basketball, I remember all those years we would play Bruce Pearl's teams. Bruce Pearl always had nice things to say about us. He always said, like, Kentucky's one of the most respected programs. He never was scared of us. He never backed down. His last game in Auburn Arena, unfortunately, had to come to the hands of John Calipari in 2024. That was his last ever matchup against us. I mean, hey, we won, but then again, though, Bruce was able to knock off one of the biggest Auburn droughts,
No,
which was
didn't we?
winning.
Didn't we play you guys last year and win?
Yes, that's what I was saying. I was saying Bruce Pearl finally got Auburn
Oh,
their first win in Rupp Arena in a long time. You have to go probably all the way back to like when Rick Pitino was in at Kentucky. But, as a Wildcat fan, Bruce Pearl's teams, I never took them lightly. I always thought in my mind, I'm like, oh, we might lose this game. It's Bruce Pearl. The matchups are always good. Auburn Arena is one of the tougher places to play in. Do not underestimate that jungle. As a Wildcat fan, even I never underestimated it. But Bruce Pearl, two Final Fours, SEC championships, guided some great players into the NBA, and his son Steven, it's the next generation. I mean, you look at all these schools now, these Hall of Famers walking away and these quick replacements, like watching John Calipari leave Kentucky, you go to Arkansas, now you got Mark Pope inside. Bruce Pearl's keeping within the family. He's giving his son his first major chance. But Bruce Pearl, I would love to see him go to the Hall of Fame for basketball. I think he's one of the greatest coaches Auburn's ever had.
yeah, I could see him, being highly regarded in Auburn, but sadly, I don't think his resume has a Hall of Fame, which kind of sucks because I feel like he was on the way there. Like Auburn had a chance every year, but sadly, with the no national championships, like odds are he's probably not getting in.
Yeah, I mean, I know the Natty had to hurt. I mean, last season I remember watching against Florida. I really thought you guys. I thought like when
That
you
was our
beat
best
us, I
chance.
thought that was your year as well. And I'm not. I mean, look. I mean, the first one, Auburn was like one play off from going to a national championship. This one probably hurt more considering, and I think it hurts more when it's your conference rival doing it to you. I mean, I feel like Florida is just becoming your new public enemy number one now. But I think that's enough for college basketball for now. We're going to dive into it later down the road. We have like a month left before basketball season begins. So I want to dive into what is supposed to be an elite NFL slate. But before I get into that, WrestlePalooza on ESPN. Oh man. ESPN laid the law on WWE. I was actually reading that they were saying like your show sucked, especially with all of the finishes. They were saying ESPN gave them a C grade for their premiere show.
Listen, so WrestlePalooza, right? When they had the first Raw on Netflix, they had everyone there. It was huge,
Yep.
star filled, like it was one of the biggest Raws ever. So
Mm-hmm.
now this new PLE that just was announced on ESPN, I'm thinking freaking the biggest things ever. I'm thinking
Of
Triple H
course.
said Triple H said there's surprises. I'm thinking this might be one of the best PLEs of the year. And then just to see the opening match, Brock Lesnar do that to Cena in his retirement tour. Like, what is Triple H thinking?
I jammed John Cena there on my end.
And then I see that originally the plan was for Cena to win, and then they changed it the day of. Like what? Like, and then also they did the same thing with the Cody match that Randy Orton was supposed to turn heel, and then
That's what I
they
thought
they
too.
they were gonna have Drew McIntyre win, and then they just backed out the day of. Like Triple H had the opportunity to make it a sick PLE without even having any surprises. All you had to do was do the two things that were planned. Have Cena win and have Randy Orton turn heel and cost Cody the belt, which everyone agreed on. And Triple H was too scared and he backed out of it the last minute. And Triple H has really shown a bad, he's really gave a bad, he started off his tenure as whatever he is, the head of WWE, badly. He had the Rock storyline with Cena, and where has the Rock been since? Nowhere to be found. He tried incorporating Travis Scott's story. Travis Scott screwed us over. And now he does this on ESPN's premiere. what an embarrassment Triple H has been, and it's to the point where maybe we have to think about making a change because unless he pulls out something crazy for Cena's last match, like The Rock, or something crazy of that nature, people are really going against Triple H. And now that ESPN's even involved, saying that they had to see
Yeah.
that deal might be in jeopardy if this keeps happening.
Yeah, they said the only thing that saved them from being very bad was watching Stephanie Volkera win that title.
Which we predicted. Which we predicted.
That was what the
Oh
comments were
yeah, and then
saying.
on top of it all, no Jey Uso heel turn. That ending was so boring. Like the ending of AJ Lee and CM Punk. Yeah, they won, but
I said, and I
there
did
was
say AJ Lee was going to beat Pin Becky, but well, I got the wrong finish, but I still said the right thing.
but still, the ending was bland. Like I felt like everything was just bland. It was just the only highlight was Stephanie Volkare. Otherwise, it was just a bland PLE that could have been like a Saturday night's main event. It was nothing.
Yeah, I thought I was going to have basic thugonomics and transferring on my forfeit, but that means you got to do that later down the road. But Crown Jewel will be coming soon. So far, what has been confirmed, the Crown Jewel match is Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins champion matchup. This is the fourth time these two have met. Cody has won all three. Seth hasn't won anything against Cody Rhodes.
This is the prime point of your career where Seth Rollins gets the victory. The heel needs to get that big W to put on his resume, considering that he's never beat Cody Rhodes before. And you got to establish Seth Rollins as a credible character. Like, since this big heel run really,
Division.
since his championship, since he got the championship at SummerSlam, it's really been bland. You know, they really haven't built any singular storylines for him. Yeah, he has the Vision storyline, but what about his title, like his one-on-one storylines? Hasn't really been there besides CM Punk. So
I
now,
mean,
now you get him versus Cody Rhodes. This is to cement, yo, I'm the top heel in the business, beating the top babyface. This is what Randy Orton has done to Cena back in the day. This is what, this is what happens. The heel beats the good guy every now and then, and this is what has to happen at Crown Jewel. Cody Rhodes can't win every single match he has. It can't happen.
I mean, just like The Rock said, I feel like Cody's always getting a push. I felt like I was always against Cody because not only did he end Roman's historic title reign, which I thought should have continued, because don't get me wrong, I love Roman Reigns, but everyone was crying about Cody. You know, Seth being involved, like these two didn't like each other, then they team up, then they are enemies again. I want to see Seth win this one. The Vision needs a statement win. You need Seth to win. You need Heyman ringside. Maybe get the Bronze involved in some way, shape, way, or form. Because this is Sydney, Australia that's going to be in. You know, this is a global event. This is going to be on at 8 o'clock in the morning. And Australia fans are really going to pop out and they want to expect a big show and a big showing. Especially, and jumping into the second one, John Cena, AJ Styles, a dream matchup on the Cena farewell tour.
Yeah, so I just want to say, shout out to the fans. That's what made this match happen. You know, like it was huge throughout this whole entire retirement tour that everyone wanted to see Cena versus AJ Styles. They've had matches in the WWE in the past that were blockbusters, and you know, back in the day, it was AJ Styles was Mr. TNA and Cena was Mr. WWE. It was just like face versus face of the companies. And the fact that we get to see this match with two great wrestlers because of the fans are what made this happen. Cena saw what the fans were tweeting, Styles saw what the fans were tweeting. It got Triple H's attention, and they made it happen. That's what happened. And, you know, it's great to
That's
see
the
that.
right call.
Yeah, it's great to see that Triple H listened to the fans for once in his life, and I cannot wait to see it. Cena needs a win, though. He hasn't won his last two matches. He's going to
Yeah,
get
I'll say you can't lose three.
He's going to get this victory, which sucks for AJ Styles because he's been losing a little bit too, but Cena's
That's all
got
right.
it.
I mean, time is running out for John Cena, considering I believe he only has 5 shows remaining as of today.
Yeah,
5 shows, including
it's Crown Jewel, 2 Raws, Survivor Series, and then Saturday
the
Night
final.
Yeah,
Oh man, December 13th is gonna be a sad day on that one. Just
exactly.
watching that last one.
It's gonna be my dad's birthday too, so it's
Oh, the OG's birthday is on the same day, and he gets John Cena's retirement match. Oh
yeah.
my God.
I'm gonna be crying on his birthday.
I think a lot of people are gonna be crying. Like, this is our generation. I'd call it my generation's Hulk Hogan.
Biggest,
Hogan back then, Cena now. Like, this is a whole
bigger,
generation gonna be
bigger.
emotional. But speaking of big matches, college football Saturday. This is a huge slate. This is one of those slates that I think I've seen a lot of posts where people are saying, do not bother me on Saturday. And I already know that because in week number 5, we have some major matchups. The first major one, number 4 LSU going into Oxford, Mississippi to battle number 13 Ole Miss. Jay Breezy, who are you taking?
What's the line on the game? Do you
Ole
have?
Miss is a 1.5 favorite. This game is on at 3:30 on ABC.
All right, look, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I just saw that Ole Miss's coach's daughter is dating an LSU linebacker.
Oh, I saw that too. That's right.
There's
They just
no
announced
way.
it too.
If this guy has any pride, there is no way he's letting LSU go inside of his home stadium and whoop his ass. With his
Oh,
daughter in the stands, give me Ole Miss for all the pride in the world. The coach better be on his A game because if
oh
not, that's
man,
embarrassing. First you lose your daughter to LSU, and then you're gonna lose the game to LSU. Hell no, give me Ole Miss for the pride, baby.
that is a personal matchup. Darren Nuss and LSU, number 4 in the country. You know, 4-0 at the moment. Ole Miss also 4-0. This one's a statement game, I think, for both. This one's going to have huge college football playoff potential. And I say that because Ole Miss is just one spot out. LSU's in the top 5. The winner of this game really is making a statement for a push come December. I mean, personal BS aside, I think it's going to be Ole Miss because I don't trust LSU's defense that much. I mean,
And if you really
they
look
gave
at
up
it,
10 points against Florida, but they could have done more.
but listen,
You
if you really
know,
look at it, they had a close game against Florida at home. They had a close game against Clemson, which Clemson's been awful. Like, are their wins really that credible? Like, all these games are really
no. I
the
mean, I'd
gut.
say Ole Miss as well and they're at home. And SEC home fields are not your normal cup of
Yeah,
tea. Like, you're going into like a gladiator battle. Like, you're
we
not,
sold out. The linebacker's gonna be hearing shit. It's gonna be
yeah.
crazy, and the coach has a chip on his shoulder. And I think Ole Miss all day, baby. Give me the freaking Ole Miss, baby.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Rebels as well. Now, the second one, we're involving Auburn again, this time battling Texas A&M. Auburn was in a little bit of a controversy last week. Apparently there was a missed call in the Oklahoma game that resulted in a Sooner touchdown that ultimately Oklahoma eventually won by a touchdown. Auburn could have won that matchup had the ref not seen the missed call. There's this. I seen this as a post. They said Oklahoma scored a touchdown on a badly missed call that the ref should have called. It cost to the Tigers. But let's be honest. I'm easily going to be taking the Aggies, the 12th man
And,
against Auburn,
and
especially when the refs can't bail you out of everything.
it's not going to be close. And Jack Arnold got sacked so many times in that game. Like, Auburn's line clearly isn't built for it. And going on the road against A&M, which is a great team, they have no chance,
Great
brother.
home environment, yeah.
They got no chance, brother.
As I would say, the house that Money Manziel built, that's the way I look at it.
Yeah,
But
it's going to
I
be
had to
about that.
put that one in a little bit, but these two are the big ones. Now, College Game Day
Wait,
has
wait, wait. You know what? Real quick before we get to those,
Oh, what do we have here?
We're going Notre Dame at Arkansas. We're going, baby. We're gonna predict that one.
Oh, oh.
Notre Dame's getting their first statement win against a quality opponent on the road in a tough environment. They're gonna win finally. Their defense, maybe could like step it up, maybe show that they have a life, but their offense has been clicking. Their running backs have been clicking, and this is a huge win to put on your resume. Although they're not ranked, Arkansas, it's a very
SEC opponents are very
yeah,
good to have.
and it's a very tough environment to go to on the road. And Notre Dame had two really close losses against two really high. What are they? Top 10, both of them?
Both of them were top 10, and they only lost by like combined 3 points.
Yeah. So you know
Both
what?
matches were close.
This is what I'm saying. This is a statement win where if you win by double digits, college football committee is going to see that at the end of the year and be like, okay, they went on the road against an SEC opponent, won by 2 possessions. That's a huge win. Give me Notre Dame fighting Irish, baby. The playoff run starts now.
I'm surprised you even went that route, considering what I was going to announce next. But I will take Notre Dame as well. A little bit of an afternoon game, Lafayette. I mean, Arkansas, are they really big in football? Not really. I mean, if we were talking maybe John Calipari in basketball, then I would have said something else. But I'm taking Notre Dame. I'll take them on the road. Anyhow, speaking college game day confirmed this week, they are be going to Happy Valley for number 3 Penn State, number 6 Oregon. Penn State a 3.5 favorite. This is at 7:30 on NBC and Peacock. And before you make the pick, this is also Penn State's whiteout game. That's a big deal, Jay Breezy. This is Penn State's nightly primetime whiteout game, and they're doing it against the Ducks.
Listen, man. You ready?
Go ahead.
Man, there's a couple things in life that I believe in. Blood, sweat, tears, and the Ducks, baby! Give me the Oregon Ducks to spoil Penn State's whiteout. Oregon's QB is Himmy.
Oh,
Oregon's QB is Himmy, and I know I said that about Utah's QB, but fuck that Utah QB. He sucks. Give me Oregon. Oregon's going to show that they're the real deal this week and spoil Penn State's whiteout, and it's going to be amazing, the look on the fans' faces.
wow. Stunning pick from Breezy going with number 6 Oregon on the road against Penn State. This game, I think this is a tough one, but the way I look at it, I went up there one time, for a regional playoff game. Loved the town, kids were cool, except, they could do a little bit better on the basketball court, but that's not what they're known for. Oregon and Penn State, Big Ten championship rematch. Penn State won the Big Ten championship last season. Oregon was number 1 in the country. Wait, I'm wrong. Oregon, I believe, won the Big Ten last year. Why did I think Penn State? This is a rematch, though, of the Big Ten championship. And I think, in my honest opinion, I'm going to take the Ducks as well, actually, because I think Penn State's going to meet their match this weekend. I don't trust Drew Aller as a quarterback. He costed his team a championship berth last year. And if you look at who Penn State has played so far,
a whole lot of nobodies.
Do we even bring them up? Because I don't see any of them being that good. And guess what? They were all at home as well. Oregon, on the other hand, they at least are also 4-0. And at least but their wins that look way more dominant. And they played a Big 12 school in Oklahoma State.
And they blew out Oklahoma.
Even though they destroyed them, at least they're not a nobody. But yeah, I'm going to take the Oregon Ducks and shock the college football landscape to survive one of the toughest environments in college football. And speaking of tough environments, this one I think is the granddaddy of them all. It's Alabama. It is Georgia. Saturday Night Football. You know Herb Street's going to be there. You know Fowler's going to be there calling the game. However, this is not Atlanta. This is not a championship game. This is not a bowl game. We're playing on a campus. This is Alabama's first trip to Georgia in over a decade. And this is also number 5, Georgia. It's number 17, Alabama. And you know what? I said it last week on the show about Georgia knocking off Tennessee. And you know what I said? I said the dogs were barking, as McAfee would say. Give me Georgia again to knock off Alabama at home. With a -3.5, the dogs are going to be barking. I'm taking Georgia to knock off Alabama this week. And Alabama will be out of the polls with this Georgia victory.
Listen, man. Give me Alabama
Oh,
on the road. They need this win way more than Georgia. Alabama needs it. Their QBS looked phenomenal since that first week loss, and I feel like that loss snapped them into shape. They thought who they were, and that loss woke them up a little bit, opened their eyes a little bit. And Georgia coming off that barely winning at Tennessee, they're gonna be a little shaken up. And I think Alabama's going to capitalize. And Alabama, people are underestimating them, but they've
You
been
know
looking
what? All right,
phenomenal.
all right, all right, all right, all right. I'll throw a dare in. And if Alabama wins, I will do a video of myself mocking Roll Tide Willie. I will imitate Roll Tide Willie if Alabama wins. How about that? I'll throw in a dare myself. If Alabama wins, I will imitate Roll Tide Willie, Mister. I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. I will throw that in right now.
Well, you're
I'm
going to
gonna
do it.
take Georgia. I will
Or you're
imitate
going
Roll
to do
Tide
it.
Willie if Bama wins. I'm going with my Bulldogs again, even though I'm not a fan of them.
You'll see, brother. You'll see.
All right, NFL time. I'm going to jump right away to your Steelers because they're on the list this week, taking on the Vikings in Dublin, Ireland, aka Ginger County.
Well, listen,
That's
man.
where all the Irish should be.
Listen. The Vikings looked phenomenal last week. But this isn't Jake Browning at QB. This is Aaron Rodgers. This is the bad man. And the defense looked phenomenal last week. 5 turnovers. Well, no, I think 6 turnovers. It's one of
All I
the
know is
other.
New England couldn't hold the
Yeah,
football
yeah,
last week.
yeah. It was an
Yeah,
insane amount of turnovers, and the defense looks like they are back into that top tier, and the offense just has to click. And you know what? This week they're going to focus on all the offensive woes, and the Vikings, everyone's going to think, oh, wow, they won 45-3 or whatever they won. Oh, wow, they're him. Carson Wentz is him. The
no,
Vikings
he's
are
not.
back.
No, he's not.
No. Give me the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers in Dublin, Ireland.
Yep.
Easily.
Give the Steelers some Guinnesses to drink with. I'm going to take Pittsburgh as well. I don't trust the Vikings if JJ McCarthy's not there and he's out for a while. Jordan, I think the Steelers are going to get them. And you know what? Don't be surprised if the Steelers fans outnumber the Vikings.
Oh,
That's
not
all
even,
right. Next
not
up, though.
not even gonna be close.
Next up, Seattle and Arizona. Thursday Night Football trap game, by the way. So the lines were completely even last time I checked. I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks. I'm not fully sold on Arizona.
Yeah,
Especially after they forced me to wear this last week.
yeah,
I am
bro.
not sold on Arizona this time.
Arizona is terrible. They couldn't move the ball on a 49ers defense that lost Nick Bosa. Um, Barely beating the Panthers to the week before when they were
Yeah,
up huge in the fourth quarter. Arizona's not that team. They just lost their running back for the year. Um, yeah, I think Seattle looked phenomenal last week, and they're clicking on all cylinders.
yeah.
JSN's a top 5 wide receiver in football. Kenneth Walker's looking like a top 5 running back in football right now. Hot take. Sam Darnold's not seeing ghosts anymore. Give
You
me,
got, looks like you got Seattle.
yeah, give me the Seattle
All
easily.
right. Okay, so looks like we're both so far on even pages. This one, Lamar and Mahomes, it's Kansas City and the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going with Patrick Mahomes again because I don't trust no Baltimore. Like I said on the last show, Detroit was going to run all over the Ravens. They did. And I'm doubling down by saying Kansas City will cook the Baltimore Ravens. I think Mahomes and Kelsey will get it right this time around.
Yeah, you can never see me picking that Baltimore Ravens
Yeah.
defense. That defense is garbage. Derrick Henry keeps fumbling. It looks like
Yeah.
they're not clicking. It looks like they're all over the place. John Harbaugh, like I said, should be on the fucking hot seat. Yeah, the Chiefs haven't looked good, but I'm trusting the Chiefs defense
I trust him this time.
More than the Ravens defense. Give me the Chiefs
And
at home.
I always think Lamar always struggles against Mahomes, especially in Kansas City.
Yeah.
But next up, we have Battle of Unbeatens. We have Philadelphia and Tampa Bay. This one's a close one to call. Tampa Bay has won all three of their games at the last second. Philadelphia, on the other hand, had some close games. They had a cool win against the Rams. But you know what? I'm sticking with Baker Magic, and I'm going to take Tampa Bay to be 4-0 going into Sunday. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to knock off Philly.
Listen,
Baker Magic continues.
I'm the biggest Eagles hater ever. I think their offense sucks. I think Jalen Hurts sucks, but Tampa Bay has shown me nothing. They barely beat the Jets on a last second field goal at home. They barely beat the Texans, which looks like a really bad loss now considering how bad the Texans have been. I think eventually the luck runs out, and I think, the Eagles defense is going to clamp up the Buccaneers offense. And even though I hate the Eagles, I think their running game's going to get going, and I'm picking the Eagles to beat Tampa Bay, sadly.
You
I
know
don't
what?
want
If Philadelphia wins, I'll sing "Fly Eagles Fly" to the best of my ability as a Giant hate, as a Giant fan. Even though it's cringy as hell for me to do,
now I
I'm gonna
want to play
sing the anthem
also.
if they win.
Also, I want an Eagles shirt. Me,
Oh,
I want you to wear an Eagles shirt and do it.
oh my God!
If Tampa Bay loses, I'll sing a song and have Tampa Bay shirt on. So
I'm gonna sing a Philly
if Tampa
song.
Bay wins, I mean, if Tampa Bay wins.
All right. Next up, though, Sunday Night Football. Michael returns to Dallas, Green Bay, and Dallas. But what to do, though? What to do, though? What to do, baby? Micah Parsons is going to have the game of his life on Sunday. I'm going to easily go Green Bay, and I'm gonna be saying howdy, howdy to all them Dallas Cowboy fans when the Green Bay Packers win. I'll be
Listen,
like Stephen A. Smith.
I wanna pick the Cowboys so bad because I hate the Packers after how bad, embarrassing that loss was last week to the Browns. But Dallas looks like the worst team in football right now. Their their defense is
What to do,
terrible.
baby?
Their defense is terrible, and they just lost their best offensive player. They have no chance. Mika's going to come in with the biggest chip on his shoulder,
Yeah.
and yeah, he's going to dominate. And like I said, the Cowboys defense can't stop more Catholics. So give me give me Green Bay easily. It's not even going to
That's
be
bad
close.
enough when you're mentioning your high school offense, but okay. Monday Night Football. Oh man, it's probably the most laughing stock of laughing stocks. The Jets and the Dolphins
Oh
is the
my
first
God,
game.
this is on Monday night.
I don't. This, yeah, and the other one is Cincinnati and Denver. And if I had to do Jets Miami, I never thought I'd have to make a pick like this. It's like so
Where's the game?
cringy.
Where's the game?
Miami. It's in Miami.
Okay.
I weird part tells me the Jets are gonna win, but then again,
What's the
it's New
odds?
York. It's New York.
What's the odds? Do you know?
Um, Gotta look right now, but I mean, it's New York though on a primetime game. It's just cringy. I wouldn't say cringy, but it's like for real, for real. Miami's a 2.5 favorite, but I'm gonna take Miami because New York sucks, regardless on a primetime stage.
Yeah, Miami looked really good, even though they sold the game Tua turned the ball over. But Miami looked really good up until that point against Buffalo. You know, they hung in there and they honestly should have won. Besides those two costly mistakes. So Miami at home against
Yeah,
the
the Jets.
bumhead Jets, like, come on. I mean, who's really wants to pick this game?
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets pull it off.
Yeah. Even when I have less than
Miami,
a minute left, I would still go Miami.
yeah, I'm going 18 in
And
Miami.
then Cincinnati and Denver. Give me the Denver Broncos because Cincinnati can't throw a fucking football 5 yards. I could probably throw a ball 30 yards better. Give me the Broncos minus 7.5.
Yeah, Denver at home. It's going to be easy. That defense is stacked, and Jake Browning just sucks. So give me Denver.
Yeah, that's without question. And you know what? We are good.